Richard, thank you. Forgot to start my clock, but never mind. I'm sure I'll be within 4 minutes, and if I'm not, Richard will tell me. We're a £2.7 million operation delivering vision impaired and deaf and hard of hearing and deaf blind services to about 7,000 people across Surrey. And we like to think we make a difference to their lives. If you suddenly lost your sight, and by the way, 42% of you will be partly deaf by the time you're 50, just to cheer you up. And we are there to provide services, equipment, support, training, and all the rest of things. We run an employment service. Very difficult for people to get work if they've got a sensory impairment. So the question is, as up here, could you employ someone who is deaf or blind? And of course the answer to the question is yes. Now, sadly, only about a quarter of the people who are deaf or blind have a job. That doesn't mean they don't have the skills, they don't get the opportunities, and they don't always have the confidence. They've had too much rejection, and we seek to reverse that. And sadly, employment rates have fallen over the last decade. It really isn't difficult, and you might be missing out on a pool of talent that is absolutely available to you. I suspect everybody here and your children did work experience in the sense of Saturday jobs, working in a pub, in a supermarket, that sort of thing. Most people with sensory impairments don't get that opportunity, and therefore they start with a disadvantage. Now, it's not as difficult as you might think. Firstly, we can help you make your recruitment processes accessible, so people who are blind or deaf can apply for them. We can advise on small adaptations. We used a terrific charity up in the City of London for high flyers called Blind in Business, run by lawyers, and that will become clear when I tell you what one of them said. They went to a company with one of our young men and said, they said, oh, we'd love to take Josh on work experience, but you know, we've got stairs and he might fall down them. And the head of the organisation said, well, if he falls down them, he'll learn, won't he? And he won't do it again. So people who've got sensory impairments are entitled to make mistakes and help them. Firstly, so we can advise you on small adaptations that would help. We can help you claim government money, access to work, the biggest £105 million secret the government has. They'll give you and your employee money to make the adaptations to make them able to work. And of course, we'll support and mentor your employees. So what can you do? You can offer work experience. That would be great. Work experience really matters. Think creatively. What jobs have you got that could be done by somebody who is deaf or blind? And thirdly, talk to my employee Callum, who's there, who's going to stand up because he's very tall, but you can see him. Callum is blind from birth. Callum runs our employment service and does it very well. So if you think you can do something to help, and we never turn down money, by the way, something to help, talk to Callum. He's got his cards, he's got a mass of those, and that's his email address there. So, thank you.